the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. An unpredictable, dangerous place where separate armed groups battle for power, all with the same aim. On the front line is the UN mission known as MONUSCO. In the last week, peacekeepers have carried out more than 150 patrols in the region. They're supposed to work together with the Congolese army, but in the fight against the FDLR rebels, both groups are going it alone. Joint missions have ground to a halt, but now a breakthrough. The UN has dropped its demand for the DRC to replace 2 generals accused of human rights abuses. Briefing the UN Security Council, the head of MONUSCO urged cooperation with the Congolese army.
By joining forces, we can more effectively protect defenseless populations. By unifying our stance, we can consolidate peace. And by working together, we can restore hope.
Earlier this year, the UN Security Council approved the renewal of an arms embargo and sanctions to prevent the supply and sale of weapons to armed groups. But arms are getting through. The UN alleges they're coming from the army, the FARDC.
The FARDC remained the main source of weapons and ammunition for non-governmental armed groups. Stockpile security and weapons marking need to be prioritized, as repeatedly called by the group of experts and council itself, but there does not seem to be any movement on this issue.
The run-up to DRC's presidential elections in November 2016 is also causing concern.
A transparent and credible electoral process must be ensured, respecting the constitution and the electoral calendar. As in any elections, political space must be given to the opposition and to the civil society.
Kobler said the seeds for a stable Congo have been planted and now need to grow. Ahead of next year's election, the UN is pushing for as much cooperation from the Congolese government as possible. And that means getting the army fully engaged in joint operations against rebel groups in the east of the country. Nick Harper, CCTV, New York.